Hi guys, my name is Katie and I'm not going to say I'm your go-to crime and thriller girly. That is very much Francesca's slogan, which I absolutely love, by the way. But I am a crime and thriller girly through and through, and I'm here to bring you another reading vlog, and you are getting the Sunday look. I was out last night, so I am tired and I'm about to head live over on TikTok. So I just quickly want to chat to you about my plans for today. So yeah, basically it's Sunday. I don't know if I said that. This is how tired I am. Like I've just said, I'm about to go live. Plans for today. I am going to read You Killed Me First by John Marrs. I started it yesterday, got 60 pages in, and I'm a bit unsure. So you get a massive plot at the beginning of You Killed Me First where a woman wakes up and she realises she's in a bonfire that's burning, basically, and she manages to get the phone starts ringing in her ear. She's got like a headphone in, so she's trying to answer it like this, and eventually it answers and the guy goes, "Oh, you're still alive?" And then she was like, help me, and then she realised that she, we don't know who it is, is like saying, oh no, and then it finishes with You Killed Me First. So the title's already mentioned. However, then we go back to 12 months before, or 11 months before it happened. So obviously there's a massive build. There are strange things happening, but I'm not fully hooked yet. So I know it's not going to be a 5-star read, but yeah, you can just see the sun reflecting around my blinds and my glasses. So yeah, that is the plan. I did intend to pick up my audiobook, which is Reckless by Lauren Roberts, but Strictly Come Dancing was on last night, and as I've just said, I was out at a wedding. So yeah, I'm going to have to clip this, guys. It's annoying me already. Just put it up there. So yeah, I may listen to that later. I don't know. My other half will be watching the Formula One. But I do need to do some editing. I need to do some food prep. I've just got so much to do. So yeah, I think I may leave it for now, I don't know, but yeah, that is the plan for today. Hopefully I can remember to bring you with me. Let's aim for a better week, guys. Positivity is key. But yeah, that's my Sunday update. I'm about to go live on TikTok, so I will catch you all very, very soon. Good morning and happy Monday. I say happy Monday, it's Monday. Does anyone ever feel happy on a Monday? I'm not gonna lie, we're not off to a good start with the content. So let me talk to you about yesterday. So obviously, as I spoke to you in the morning, I was about to go live and I was reading You Killed Me First by John Marrs. I finished You Killed Me First by John Marrs. Now, I don't know if I said yesterday, but I was 60 pages in. So yesterday I read 315 pages of You Killed Me First. Now, admittedly, I think I read just over 200 on live. The Grand Prix was on, so I picked up my book. I was incredibly hooked by the point I'd got another 200 pages in. The premise of it was so much better once I understood what was going on. So as I read more, I got very confused as to what was going on. But actually, from the 60% mark, it kind of started explaining things, so it made sense. So I ended up inhaling the rest of that by the end of the day. So effectively, I have, nearly read a whole book in a day by the 60 pages I read on Saturday. So, of course, that meant I started another book. Sundays are made for reading, but I was so engrossed in my book I forgot to film content. So you got a bit of content from the TikTok live because that was so wholesome. Like, I cannot begin to explain. I hit 11.1k, which baffles me every day that I'm even that high anyway. Not only that, but the guys literally spammed the live with likes to the point I hit 155k, and I just don't know how that happened, but I got very, very emotional and it was very wholesome. So you got a little bit of that. That's, I think, about as far as I got. I can't remember what I filmed yesterday. So on to today. As you can tell by the get up, I am going to work. But I did pick up another book last night, and that is The Woman Downstairs by J.D. Kirk. So this is ad PR. I was kindly sent it by Bookahchaw, and it releases on October 15th. So I do like to get the book read before it releases. And I mean, I'm 30 pages in. I'm not really sure about the premise. I feel like it's going to be a bit like The Tenant, which I read last week. Because she's moved in downstairs and the woman can hear everything. But it's just started off with like a bit of a dodgy ex. So I don't know if she's going to turn into a psychopath or something, but I don't know. So the plan is literally to read that. I have got a bit of time before I go to work, so I'm just going to film my reviews for the 2 books I finished over the weekend. And then I am probably going to try and read for a little bit. I am not rushing into work, if I'm being honest. I'm not Not in any hurry, it's still dark outside. So yeah, that is the plan. So I'm going to go and do a day at work. Obviously you can't come with me for safeguarding reasons. However, I will try and get some content of me reading later on because I do intend to have a cosy night, but I do have my sister coming over to drop the dog off. So we'll see how that goes. I do also have my counselling this afternoon, which is very much needed at the moment. So I can't believe I'm saying that, but I am looking forward to it. Now, I've chunted on for 3 minutes. So on that note, I'm going to dip and I'll catch you all very, very soon. Good morning and happy Tuesday. Yesterday was, let's just say, unproductive. I did finish work at 3:30. I didn't read. I can't remember what I did. Oh, I did. I had my counselling, so I didn't have much time when I got home. I did just sit and chill a little bit, have a chat with my partner about my day, and I have got footage yesterday of me reading before I went to work, which is probably what you're going to get today, because I'm going to read a little bit before I go to work now. But I basically read 15 pages yesterday, and that was a couple of chapters, I think, to be honest. Just wasn't feeling it yesterday. I was so tired, and work was just such like one of those days that I just wanted to come home and be cozy. So by the time I'd got home, I ended up scrolling for a little bit. I found sprints, but they were always on somebody's break, so I never actually picked up my book for long. But my plan today is to read a bit more. So I have already read a little bit this morning, and I should probably mention I read The Woman Downstairs by J.D. Kirk. That is my current physical read, and that was yesterday's book and today's plan. So it is a short book, and it has started to pick up a little bit, but it hadn't gripped me, and I think that doesn't help when I'm tired. I need a book that literally grips me. So yeah, that was probably why, but it has picked up a little bit this morning, so I am actually going to pick it up again now. I've picked it up for a couple of chapters this morning because, yeah, if I explain it I'm going to sound weird, but why not? So basically I watch EastEnders on iPlayer in the morning so that I'm ahead, basically. So for example, I've watched this morning's and it airs tonight on BBC, but I've watched it on iPlayer. But it doesn't go live till 6, but my alarm goes off at 5:30 because I used to do a workout, and I don't want to change that because then in my head I might be late. So instead it just gives me a bit longer to get up. So I sat and read my book. Instead, if I'm on Kindle, I'll stay in bed and read it. If I'm not, which I currently am physically reading, then I come downstairs so not to disturb my partner, who obviously doesn't need to get up yet. But yeah, so the plan, The Woman Downstairs by J.D. Kirk, I tend to hopefully read a bit more of that today. I have got my sister coming over to pick up the dog, and she'll obviously come over with my nephew, which will be lovely. So yeah, I don't know how much I'll get read, but we'll give it a go. I'll try and bring you with me as much as I can for my day today, and yeah, have a lovely day. Thursday today, which is very upsetting because obviously it's not. But yeah, so this vlog, I am managing to film a little snippet of something before I go to work, and then I don't even do anything for the rest of the day. So that it was the same again yesterday. I woke up, I read for a little bit, I went to work, and yesterday was a day. We're just gonna name it a day. It was hard, so I came home, I was very tired, and then I had my nephew for a little bit, and so you can imagine reading didn't happen. However, as I just said, I did read a little bit of The Woman Downstairs. I read about 30 pages, I think, 35 pages-ish. So yeah, it's picking up a little bit now, so I'm going to sit down and read a bit more. And again, that is the plan today. I intend to read. I'm going to read a bit now before I go to work because I have quite a bit of time. I'm ready quite early today, and that's probably because I refused to stick my head in the shower to wet my hair to go natural because there was a spider in it. And then I've just gone in the kitchen and there's a spider hanging down. I ain't dealing with it, it's too early. So yeah, that's the plan, to read, and then I am hoping to finish at a reasonable time today, so I'm going to come home and get lost in a book. That is the plan. I am aware that The Intruder by Freida McFadden released yesterday, so now I'm itching to go to the bookstore and buy it because it is a sprayed edge from the works, and yeah, my hair is extremely static today, guys. So yeah, I kind of want to go, but I'm not going to go till the weekend because I don't have it in me. So yeah, the plan is to buy The Intruder by Freida McFadden because I can get it on KU, so my plan is probably to read that potentially next. I have just booked in quite a few sprints over the weekend, so I'm on Patreon Friday night, I'm on live Saturday night, and then I'm on live Sunday morning as usual, so it's going to be busy, but that community is phenomenal. Like, I am loving meeting so many people on these different platforms, like, can't even begin to explain. But yeah, that is the plan for today. So I'm going to go and read for a little bit now, and then I've got probably a very busy day at work. I am out in the middle of the day from my, it's not even a shift, as I have got an appointment, but other than that, it's a pretty standard Wednesday for me, so come along with me and we'll see what today brings. And happy Thursday. We are so close to the weekend, thank the Lord. I am exhausted. Yesterday actually turned out to be an exceptionally good reading day. So I read a little bit before work, which is the footage you'll see. And then I also sat, and because Sean went live, I thought, you know what, let's get stuck into some sprints. So I sat down with my book, and it is only a short book, it's like 270 pages, and I got to like the 250 mark. So I didn't want to finish it because I don't know if anyone else does this, so I'm a little bit OCD, and basically I don't like to finish a book without being able to fully write my review on Goodreads/Storygraph, so I don't log it until I'm actually able to do that. However, I'm also trying to keep a reading streak going, so if I didn't log that, I wouldn't have read anything for the day, and I think I hadn't when obviously I'd read loads. So yeah, that's why. So I'm going to finish the last 20 pages as soon as I finish recording this and another TikTok video, and then I just need to edit that video and get it out today, really. But yeah, so I've said The Woman Downstairs by J.D. Kirk, page 250 at present, and I'm going to finish that today. I'm also hopefully going to get finished Reckless by Lauren Roberts, so that's my audiobook pick. I haven't actually picked it up in a few days, so I need to kind of remind myself, so I might go back a chapter just to refresh my memory. But I'm out of class this morning doing my planning time, so I should be able to get loads done. So yeah, my plan is to get that finished. I don't know what I'm going to pick up next audiobook wise, and it's also in the air about what I'm going to read next. So as I am recording this, so this may change, I am going to be picking up The Intruder by Freida McFadden. That released on Tuesday, and I've been thinking about that book. It's actually really highly hyped, so I kind of want to go and give it a bit of a read. I am hopefully going on a shopping trip this weekend to buy it, but it is on KU, so I'm just going to read it on my Kindle. I've let my Patreon choose, and currently that is winning. However, not everyone has voted, and they have got until tonight, because once I've finished The Woman Downstairs, I don't think I'm going to be reading much, because I finish work, we go straight to the food shop, and then we're actually going out for a Toby Carvery tonight. Lovely. So I won't be home until after that vote closes. So as it stands, it's The Intruder by Freida McFadden, so I'll probably be starting that tonight. But yeah, come along with me. I'm just going to go and film an exciting TikTok video, which will have gone out by the time this goes out, so I can probably tell you because it's not a spoiler. I am doing a readathon, and it is going to be fundraising money for my local hospital after I was in there at the end of August, and I was looked after well, but they want to do better. And do you know what? When they explain what they could do better, I agree, but it wasn't that I got a bad, care or anything like that. They were absolutely phenomenal. But it is the bereavement maternity appeal, so I want to help them bring a better ward for women who've been through what I've been through, and I can talk about that with pride now. So yeah, that's what I'm about to go and record, so I'm glad I did this one first. But yeah, that's my plan for today. Come along with me, and I'll catch you all soon. Good morning and happy Friday. We have made it, guys, thank goodness. I am definitely glad for the weekend. It has been a tiresome week. Yesterday was a bit of a different day. You've seen a little bit of different content. So I did manage to finish Reckless by Lauren Roberts, and that was my audiobook pick of the week really. So I finished that, really enjoyed it. I'm actually about to film my review for TikTok after this video. So that was quick and easy because I was productive all morning at work, so I just put my headphones in, listened to the audiobook and got absolutely loads done. Deep breath. I also managed to finish The Woman Downstairs by J.D. Kirk. Now, this got very bizarre towards the end, like I'm not really sure like what happened. It got a bit too bizarre for me, so it was a lower rating, but it's a very good like popcorn thriller type book. So yeah. And then I actually started another physical last night. I went with my Patreon choice, and that was The Intruder by Freida McFadden, and I got about 14% in. Now, I wanted to read before work, but this morning I got a little bit distracted. I actually decided to colour by number on my iPad, did not realise what time it was and had to get ready, so I've literally got 5 minutes before I need to be out the door because I want to finish the week organised for the next week. That being said, I did listen to my audiobook while colouring this morning, and I've started Kindling by Bonnie Woods. First romance I've picked up in a while, so I'm going to see how I go with them. Haven't actually read a romance since like the middle of August, purely because of life circumstance. I didn't want to be triggered, so I'm going to see how I go. If I can get through that romance, then it might be that I start picking up more romances again, because I have a few on my TBR that I want to read. Kindling is a really good autumnal read. It was sat in my autumn reads on my Kindle, and I saw it available on BookBeat and thought, why not? So I've already listened to that today. I've done 8 chapters, so I've listened to about an hour and 45, I think it said. So yeah. So the plan today is obviously I'm at work. It is a busy day. I'm delivering training this morning, and then I am part of the assembly this afternoon as it is our class showcasing. And then when I have training after work, which is every Friday anyway, and then I'm going to head to the library, which is what you want to know about. So I'm going to head to the library. I've got to return the 3 books that I borrowed last month, and I've got to get this month's like pick out as well. But I also want to go to the works to buy The Intruder by Freida McFadden. So I thought, do you know what, let's not do both in one day because they're in different areas, and I feel like it's just too much that I need to be up and at the works by 9, and then I want to be at the library opening at 10 and be home for lunch because, you know, because my partner is going out tomorrow, so yeah. But I'm not going to babble on too much about that, but I am going to the library, so there'll be a little bit of content coming there. Hopefully get another book out of the library. I did get 3 last month. I won't get that many because I've already gone off my TBR by having The Intruder, but I'm now waffling. So yeah, that's the plan for the day. Come with me. Happy Friday, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. Good morning and happy Saturday. We are at the weekend, thank goodness. However, that does mean that we are at the last vlog of like the week. So let me talk to you a little bit about yesterday. So basically, let me just adjust my camera. Basically, I actually had a really good reading day. So I'd already think I said that I'd started The Kindling by Bonnie Woods, and I read 69 pages of that, well, listened to. And I'm doing okay. So I did say to you guys earlier that obviously romance could be a potential trigger for me, and I wanted to give it a go because I've been feeling a lot better in myself lately, and so far so good. I'm feeling okay, and on that I have listened to a bit more this morning. I'm about a third of the way through now, and yeah, I'm enjoying it. There's been a little bit of spice, so, and it hasn't bothered me. I think there's other triggers that I'm not going to mention, so as long as that doesn't happen I should be okay, but we'll see. But yeah, so far so good with that, quite enjoying it. It's very autumnal, very like in the middle of nowhere, which is kind of a vibe I'm going for, and the female main character is trying to be a writer, which is always kind of a good thing for me in terms of books. The other book I read yesterday was The Intruder by Freida McFadden, and I read, gosh, nearly 200 pages of that. I went live on Patreon last night and I got stuck into it, but I wouldn't say it's because it's amazing. Yeah, I've actually finished that this morning on that note. Sorry, something in my eye. So yeah, I've actually finished that this morning, and I'm umming and ahhing about my rating, shall we say, but it's not her best. I feel it's very rushed, very ridiculous in places, and without spoiling it, there are some points that like irritated me a little bit. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with that. So that's where I'm at for today as well. I've already said that. And the other book I'm going to start later. So I am actually about to head out and do a bit of a shop. Well, I'm not going for a shop. I'm going to book shopping, but I'm only going for one book in mind, and that is The Intruder. I just want a physical copy because of the sprayed edge. So I'm just about to head into town to get that now. And then when I get back, my plan is actually to start Love Mum. I am live on TikTok tonight, so my plan is to make a good dent in that. That is the buddy read as well for the month. So I am definitely going to be picking that up. That is basically my plan for today. I'm also going to bring you book shopping with me. I will try and bring you content of me reading and whatever else I decide to do, because I have got a lot of content to edit. I am also going to be filming a booktube video later about, sorry, I've got something in my eye which is really annoying me. Yeah, so I am going to like edit that. I'm going to film my booktube that'll go out on Wednesday, and edit all my like weekly content and stuff like that. So I've got a fair bit of like content like to film and edit today, so that might be what I do. Fortunately there's no football, so that is the plan. I don't know why I fogged up, which is really weird, but anyway, that is the plan for the day. I will then, like I said, be reading, and yeah, I'll bring you an end of day update, but have a lovely Saturday. Hi guys. guys, this is the last vlog of this vlog. What a Saturday. I've just come off live, and another wholesome live as always. I've been on for 3 hours. So a quick catch up for the day. I did finish The Intruder this morning, which I think I talked about in my chat, so I won't go into detail there. But what I have done since I last gave you an update is I've read Love Mum, and at point of coming off the live, I'm at 52%, around the 205 page mark. I am flying through it, and there has just been a major plot twist at 50%, which I am really enjoying. Really good book, really enjoyable, and I'm probably going to be finishing that tomorrow. Like, I read a lot anyway on a Sunday, but that is enjoyable. My other half has just come home with this. That's a sugar rush I need before bed. So yeah, I just wanted to hop on. So thank you so much for joining me on another vlog. I feel like I've done a better vlog this time. I'm very critical on myself. But this sleepy girl is going to bed, and yeah, I'll catch you all on next week's reading vlog. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all very, very soon.